What's going on? 22 here, and I've got my cover pickups and like story pickups or important stories. I don't know how to label it, that I got from Huntsville Comic Pop Culture Expo. So let's go ahead and dive in. We're going to check out the stories first, and then we'll move on to the covers. First book up is this Fantasy Masterpieces, The Silver Surfer, number 6. And then I also picked up number 7. As with most of these pickups, these were dollar bin, 50-cent finds. But these are reprints of the first volume of The Silver Surfer. And I know those books are going insane right now. I think it was a 12 to 16 issue run. When I find these for really cheap, I pick them up. I've got a number 1. And I know that actually has some value to it. Mine's a little beat up, but I figured the number 1 will go really nice with this 6 and the 7. Storm and Ileana Magic, number 4. This has got the first appearance of Ileana becoming Darkchild in this book. This is the end also of this storyline. It was only 4 issues. I believe I have issue 3 as well. And then as you saw in the last video, I picked up another issue 1. I have several of those issue 1s. So now if I find an issue 2, I figured I'll have a complete run of it, and that'd be super cool. I think that it's a possibility we could get Magic again and then possibly explore the Darkchild storyline. If you listen to the Comically Comics podcast, we talked about how that was an option they were looking at doing with the New Mutants before it got completely canceled. So maybe they go back to that. Umbrella Academy, number 7. I know nothing of this series. I know nothing at all of this series. I picked this up solely because of another YouTuber by the name of Jackpot Talks Comics. Her link will be down in the description below. She has a great channel. You should definitely go check it out. I know that she picked up a lot of the yellow covers for this run, which is like the first run for Umbrella Academy. And I thought there was something special to it. It does have value. I picked it up for $1. Like I said, it's the last issue of the run, so maybe if I see the other ones out and about, I'll grab them, especially if they're $1. I will say that last issues usually are either low print run or they're harder to find. With Umbrella Academy, especially this being volume 1, I don't know that this was that way, but maybe it is. So, yeah. But there is like 1 through 7 that's all just these yellow covers, so that may be a cool set to collect. Avengers number 41, Legacy number 456. This is part 1 of a story named The Kane Dynasty. Now, this is not the first time Kane Dynasty has been used in the Avengers line. There was actually an earlier Avengers issue that had the Kane Dynasty storyline in it as well. This book popped off whenever it was announced that Avengers 5 would be labeled The Kane Dynasty. I know that title is up in the air right now and that we may not be going that route. We may not get that anymore, and that's fine. I still thought this was an awesome pickup just in case, and it could also be a really good giveaway book as well. This is a full set right here, so let's go through them. This is Cloak and Dagger number 1. 2. 3. 4. I still speculate that we'll see Cloak and Dagger in the MCU eventually at some point in time. They've already played with that world once, or those characters once before. I don't see why they wouldn't go back to them. This was the full set for like 50 cents a book. I had to go ahead and grab them. It didn't matter the condition that they were in. Also, number 4 has their origin story as well, so I thought that was really cool and awesome to have. As well as number 1 being their first solo title. It was of the limited series, though. Cool find. Now starts the actual cover buys that I got. We're going to kick things off with this Fantastic Four number 210. Awesome Galactus cover. I picked this up at the same booth that I found that 211, which was the first appearance of Terex the Tamer, Herald of Galactus. And yeah, I just thought this was a fantastic Galactus cover, since we're probably getting Galactus in the Fantastic Four movie. Avengers 49, issue number 4, Legacy 464. Awesome Kang cover. I know that we may be getting away from Kang, but still, I thought this was an awesome Kang cover. I've already had this issue once, and I've already sold it once before, and so when I found it for $1.50, whatever it was, I was like, yes, let's go ahead and just do that again. This was a fantastic holiday cover. I've not seen this one before. I will definitely be on the lookout for this one again, and this is JSA number 55. As we get later on in the year, I look for holiday covers to give away on my top 10 alternatives and go into the prize pack. So join us every Monday for the top 10 alternatives. You win a duck, you get a chance at the prize pack at the end of the month through the duck race. Whoever wins the duck race gets the prize pack, obviously. And so this will be an awesome contribution for the Christmas or winter holiday prize pack that I do. Which I usually just put a bunch of Christmas covers in there because I love them. I think they're awesome. And this was one I'd never seen before, and I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Web of Spider-Man number 6. Now I know what you're thinking. I bought a Spider-Man book. I did. This is actually on my want list. This is another issue. It's part of a cool connecting cover set. I'm going to go ahead and throw that issue up there too to show you how it connects. And it's just, I don't know, it's just cool. I saw this one, the Web of Spider-Man, and it was $1, and I was like, if I find the other one for $1, I'll absolutely pick it up. It's just awesome. I'm a sucker for action figure variants. I love them. And here is Captain America, Symbol of Truth, number 3. I don't know. I'm a sucker for it. I've seen this character before, and I think I've seen these books before. These were 50 cents, and I was like, yes. Considering what they're homaging, yes. Boris the Bear number 9. I know nothing about Boris the Bear. I just thought it was a cool homage to the 25th anniversary Marvel covers and to G.I. Joe as well. So 50 cents, yeah, let's pick it up. It's a cool cover grab. Same thing went for this one, Boris the Bear number 13. Not only is this an homage to the Punisher, but it's also a negative space variant as well. Y'all have been spared for a little bit on this haul, okay? But y'all will not get spared any longer. I picked up fried pie variants because I found them. They're 50 cents a piece. Superman number 50. I love this cover because it's a connecting cover with Batman number 50 as well. I'll throw that up here. Actually, I need to move it back. So yes, I'll throw that up here so you can get a full view of the covers. They had 2, so I grabbed 2. I can't help myself. One more shout out to Bottom Tier Collector that was there. This is Justice League of America number 1. This is the fried pie variant. Yeah, it's just a really cool one. It's one that I don't see very often, and so now I have like 2 issues of this, I believe, and I don't know that any of them will pull a 9.8. Gen 13, 14, I don't know. Number 24, this looks like to be an early J. Scott Campbell cover, so that's why I grabbed it. Not the girly covers we're used to seeing, or people buying or looking at, but it just looked like it was early J. Scott Campbell, so I thought it was pretty cool. And I know some of these artists really pop off, and I figured this would be a good one to have. Ultimate Spider-Man number 152. Again, I know, another Spider-Man book. I bought this one for 2 reasons. First one being that I actually am trying to get the Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 2 run, which is like 1 through 12 or something like that, and then like 1 140 something through 160. I can't remember the numbers, but it's basically that death of Peter Parker run right before Miles takes over. This is also a J. Scott Campbell cover of Black Cat, which I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good buy. $1? I thought it was a good buy. Speaking of more J. Scott Campbell, here is Gen 13 number 5. Now, this fits the bill when I'm looking for J. Scott Campbell covers, or if I come up on some. This is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for one of those ladies covers, especially that's early on of his work. This cover needs some cleaning done, especially along the edge over here. It's pretty dirty and grimy, but full-on ladies cover by J. Scott Campbell. To me, these are no-brainers, especially at 50 cents a piece. So, awesome pickup, I think. That is it. I have no more books from the con. Thank y'all so much for watching. I greatly appreciate y'all. Tell me down below which was your favorite of all these that I picked up. I would love to hear from y'all and see what y'all's thoughts were. You can find me on the Comically Comics podcast every Monday on all podcatchers, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We also drop our new episodes on Wednesdays on our YouTube channel, Comically Comics Podcast. You can also find me on Instagram, eBay, and Shortbox at 22_comics. Once again, thank y'all so much for watching, and as always, y'all have a good one.